Hello you guys and welcome back to a brand new video. So it is spring and I'm going to run you through my glowy and fresh, easy, quick spring makeup. As you can see, it's super sunny outside. We have our iced coffee all ready to go. So good, my first made iced coffee of the season. So let's get in with this makeup look and let's start with skin prep. I'm gonna start by just clipping my hair back. This clip, I have no idea where it's from, but it is so good and I really need a new one because these just don't really work on my hair. I need like two on one side and even then it doesn't really hold, but we'll make it work. So now I look a little ridiculous. Let's go on to skin prep. Skin prep is super important to your makeup laying, and products that I have officially been using again is the Rhode Glazing Milk. If the lighting does go in and out a bit, I am using natural lighting today, so that'll be why the sun is going in and out a little bit. I'm just using a tiny bit of that to prep my skin. I absolutely love this stuff. Honestly, I went through quite a few bottles of it and then I was trying out some new skincare, and honestly my skin was good, but it just wasn't kind of at its best. And I was like, you know what, I think I need the glazing milk. And then I also use it's a brand called, it's the one that's like watermelon scented. I'll put a picture of the other thing I use. It's AHA BHA toner, and my skin absolutely loves both those products. So I have introduced this back into my routine. My makeup is just sitting so amazing and my skin is just doing the best it's gonna do. Really love using this. It's also great to start your makeup. Then for moisturizer, I use the Bioma Rich Cream. This is also a really great product. This and the L'Oreal moisturizer are definitely my go-to moisturizers. They're honestly just so hydrating, nourishing, and my skin just loves them. I have combination skin, but if I use like a oil control moisturizer, my skin does not like it, so I tend to go in with a bit more of a hydrating base. Of course, we are going to go in with some sunscreen. Sunscreen that I am using is the e.l.f. Wow Glow Sun Touchable one. It is on its last legs, so I will be purchasing a new sun cream. It is super sunny out today, so of course we are going to be wearing our SPF. I wear SPF every single day. I will always protect my skin, and I would highly recommend you do the same. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Summer Fridays lip balm. This one is in iced coffee, as you can see, very well loved. And that is my skincare all done and my base all prepped. Now we have let that sit, I am going to go on to my eyebrows. I have been testing and loving the Rare Beauty brow gel. Have to say, I think that is one of my favorite brow gels like ever. However, you all know I absolutely also love the Maybelline Super Lock. If you're a baddie on a budget, the Maybelline one is the one to get for sure. However, the formulas in my opinion are slightly different. This one is a little bit more liquidy and it takes a little bit longer to set. The formula of the Rare Beauty is drier, it dries down a bit quicker, and it has more of a matte finish, which I absolutely love. However, they are very similar. This is definitely the best dupe and a really great alternative and great brow gel. Prime the skin, I'm going in with the Tarte Hydrating Primer. I haven't used this in so long, I kind of forgot I owned it. And then I was sorting through my makeup, I think last night actually, and I realized that I still had it, and I was like, oh my god, we have to bring this back out. And I think this will be perfect for playing tennis because yes, I will be wearing a bit of makeup. That is just what I like to do. I need to film this video and my face will be protected from the sun underneath, so we are just going to be wearing our makeup. But I think a really nice hydrating base is needed in spring, especially if you want more of a glow. I also really love the formula of this. Really nourishing, really hydrating, blends with all my makeup, and it also smells really good, almost like summer. I think if you are looking for a good hydrating base, this is definitely a good one. For lips, I usually use a lip stain. I think I'm going to go in with the NYX Lip Lingerie in After Hours because I have a lip liner that I want to go over the top with, and it is very similar to this shade. So I'm going to go with this one today. I really like the formula of these. And I do think if you want a lip stain, just get the NYX ones. Or the Sephora ones are supposed to be good too. you don't need the Huda Beauty ones unless there's a particular shade that you want. Of course, we're having a coffee break to really let everything just sit in. And now we can go on to the base. Now for me, base makeup is actually the most important part, and I will always go in with the skin tint. There are only 2 skin tints I own and 2 that I use. We've got the Milk Hydro Grip Gel Tint. Mine is in the shade 4, my all-time favorite product. Or we've got the Kylie Cosmetic Skin Tint Blurring Elixir. Mine is in the shade 2.5. This is actually really great for traveling with as well. I'm gonna go with this today just because the Hydro Tint is a little bit more of a glowy finish, and because I am playing sports and I've got the hydrating base underneath, I feel like this one is going to be actually quite nice today. Not going in with a lot, just a really little bit. I just want to kind of even out my face. For me, I don't really want heavy bases in the spring and summer. I just want something that's gonna even out my redness and my complexion and is very lightweight and fresh on the skin. And I think both these products are really great at that. However, I am thinking about maybe trying some tinted sunscreens like the Merit one, or we've got the Beauty of Joseon one. There are a few that I've seen are really good. I think I do want to try and give those a go. So I might pick up one of those in my next order. As you can see, it gives me a really beautiful complexion. My skin has some dew to it, but it's not crazy shiny, and it just really evens everything out. So I really love this as a skin tint. Also, if you do have more of an oily skin, I would recommend this one in the summer particularly. I'm going in with my Huda Beauty color corrector. You guys know I love color correctors. I just think they are so staple to your makeup, and I will always use one. Like ever since I tried that Kosas one for the first time, I have never gone back. I do think I am going to pick that up again once this one is empty. I really do like this one. However, the Kosas one, like the colouring and undertone, just I think works a little bit better for me. So I think I will pick that one up again, particularly in the summer. And I'm just blending this out with, this is a Kylie Skin or Kylie Cosmetics concealer brush, and I think it's number 2. I really love this for getting concealer and colour corrector under the eyes. It's a really great shape. Also for over the eyes as well, because I get pretty veiny eyelids too. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Lumi bronzer stick in the shade Toasted Sunlight number 110. This is their light medium shade apparently. I'm just going to apply that to the cheekbones and obviously the hairline, maybe a little bit to the jaw as well, just to add a little shape. And I will always add the tiniest bit on my nose. That's just something I've always done. Try and find my bronzer brush. Here we are. I'm going to use this one today, and I'm just going to slightly buff that in. Gently buff all of that into the hairline and into the skin. I really love using this bronzer because it has a slight bit of luminosity and warmth to the skin, so it works really nicely with the Kylie skin tint. And also I think it's perfect for going into those warmer weather days. You can see it just blends so beautifully into the skin and just gives me such lovely warmth. Just gonna blend that all together, make sure that is all blended. And then I will take a little bit just under the jaw. For blush, I'm going in with the Worth Matte Bouncy Blush from Rare Beauty. I think these are actually perfect for spring and summer. They're also great for beginners. They are a matte cream to powder hybrid blush, and they are honestly such a beautiful formula. Really buildable, and hybrid blushes are honestly so easy to use. You don't need to think about, I need a cream and then I need a powder, or do I use liquid? You literally just use the one product. It applies like a cream, but it sets like a powder, and it's super easy to blend out. It doesn't go cakey over any powder, so like if you do forget to put it on before putting on your powder, it still works beautifully. And I absolutely love it. It's just such a beautiful product, and I really love the shade Worth. I'm just applying the littlest bit because obviously I am going to play sports, so I'm gonna get pretty red anyway. But I also just love the beautiful flush that it gives to my cheeks. Exactly what I want for that really fresh, glowy look. And obviously I will always go over everything with my sponge, although I think I need to actually go re-wet this. I'm gonna go in with my Hoola Beauty bronzer. My Hoola by Benefit because I usually always go in with my Hourglass. You guys know that is my all-time favorite bronzer. However, this is obviously a matte formula, which I think is great for the occasion. It's also really good if you have got oily skin. You want to go in with a product like Hoola, because it's really going to help control those oils throughout the day. It's still going to give you that lovely bronze, but it's not going to be shiny and it's not going to bring any luminosity through. It's just going to set whilst giving you that really lovely colour and shape to the face. I'm just going to dust it over my eyelids too, and then bring it down my nose. I'm going to use a bit of a blush topper from Milani. This is Milani's Coralina. I just really like the kind of glow that this gives. So I do think I am just going to apply the tiniest bit sort of over that blush, and it can act as kind of like a highlight as well. Just on the cheeks and a little down the nose. Very light hand. These are really great from the drugstore or Superdrug and Boots as well. Very similar to the Kosas and a little bit cheaper. Although I don't know what Milani's like in the US, but in the UK, I'd say this is pretty expensive for like Superdrug and Boots. Like the more affordable place in Superdrug and Boots, but let me know what you think. With the tiniest bit of my Faux Filter concealer from Huda, and just applying the littlest bit under my eye. And then, where's my brush? Where is it? Here. I'm going in with my other favourite concealer brush. This is from Beauty Pie, but it's very similar to the House Labs one. And just blending this in. I really love using a brush under my eyes, and then if I want to blend it further, I can go in with a sponge. I just think it gives you such precision and really blends everything beautifully. And then I'm just going to kind of take the rest around the mouth, maybe a little bit between the brows, and then any excess I can kind of clean up here. Off that base, of course, we're going in with our Huda Beauty powder. This is just the best powder I have ever tried. Honestly, I absolutely love this formula. It's like the only powder that has really made my makeup stay and also set my makeup throughout the day. And I will just take this under my eyes, on my eyelids as well, because they get pretty oily. Around my mouth. The sun is in an annoying position right now. A little bit on my forehead, and then I like to take it along my jaw as well, because those are the places that I find that I need the most powder. I'm actually going to set my face now. Usually I do it at the end, but I do want to really set this down. So I'm going in with my Revolution Super 6 Ultra Matte. As you can probably hear and see, it is on its last legs. So it kind of spits at you, but we will just let that kind of sit while we finish off the rest of my makeup. So now let's move on to the eyes. I think this is as close as I can get you to kind of show you my eye makeup because of the angle I'm working with and the light from the sun. Like, can you see if I get any closer? But I really am not doing all that much. I'm gonna take the Hoola bronzer and just go back over those eyes, because we've gone in with a setting spray. I actually do find that sometimes my eyes do need a bit of resetting. So we'll just go back over with that Hoola and just set everything we have. And then I am going to take that a little bit down my nose as well, because why not? Just kind of connect that all together. I'm also going to do the same with the Milani Coralina blush that we used. I'm actually just going to take that over the lid and blend that up. Just because it has a little bit of shimmer, so it adds a little something to the eye, and B, I really love bringing in those pink shades for spring. I think it looks really feminine and very beautiful on the eyes, and very soft and fresh, which is exactly what we want. Taking my favorite Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Exhilarate, but I'm gonna take a lid brush and apply that to the inner corner and the lid. I would usually also put this on my face, but because it's a really warm day and I am going to play tennis, I will not be doing that. I might put the tiniest bit on my nose. I just love the finish of this. This is honestly my all-time favorite highlighter. Then we're gonna curl those eyelashes. I don't want to do too much on my eyes because I do want to curl my eyelashes tomorrow. So I am just gonna apply the tiniest bit of mascara and make sure it's not waterproof, just because I don't want to be struggling to take it off later, but I do want it to stay for tennis. So of course I'm going to use my Kosas Soul Glazer. When I tell you the tiniest amount, I literally am just going to like blink the tiniest bit into my lashes, and that is it. I want just a little bit of definition, but easy to take off later, which is exactly what this is giving. This is a freckle pen. It's the 2-in-1 freckle pen off of Amazon. I got mine in shade 2 Brown, and I am just going to apply the tiniest amount on my nose and cheeks with the stamp, and then I'm going to go in with the brush and just start to dot some little bits here and there, because the stamp is a little bit too uniformed, so it kind of makes it look a little bit fake, which obviously it is. But my sister's one has a little bit more of a like distinguished pattern where it's a little bit different. Now we look a little crazy. I'm gonna go in with my finger and just blend that all together. I will zoom you in a little bit more to really see how this looks at the end. But I really love faux freckles for spring. I am still trying to get the hang of like the faux freckles at the minute. For my lips, I'm going in with the Maybelline Lifter Liner, and mine is in the shade Out of Line. I actually got my mum onto these as well. I really love these lip liners. They're really great from the drugstore. I'm just gonna line my lips with this, the Perfect Spring shade. These also last really well on the lips too. And then I'm topping that all off with Laneige Cinnamon Sugar. A really glossy, glowy lip that is so easy to apply and also so hydrating throughout the day. And this is the finished look. I'm actually so obsessed with it. Really fresh, really glowy, and honestly the perfect spring look. It is super quick and easy, and it will look good no matter the weather. It's really gonna stay in place and just give you that really fresh and awake look. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.